Hi you guys, it's Lynnea and welcome to my release project for the Kindred Stamps October 2019 release. Today I'm going to be playing with the Holiday Bandits stamp set. This is a 4x4 stamp set and it has 3 cute little characters and a bunch of sentiments. So I'm going to be creating kind of like a neighborhood background. So I have 4 colors of gray cardstocks, 4 different shades, and I die cut them using the Lawn Fawn Village Border die. And I die cut each color of cardstock twice. And then on my card base, I have a piece of gray cardstock that is in between the lightest and the second lightest shades of gray cardstock. And this is just going to peek through just a little bit at the tops and kind of through the windows and such. This color isn't going to be seen much. So after I die cut that Village Border die, I'm just going to add some liquid adhesive to the back and glue it on to my card base. I'm starting up at the top and working the way down. So this is going to create kind of like a stacked look of these border dies. So I'm going to try my best to get my top one straight. And from there, I'm just going to eyeball it because really if this isn't perfectly straight, it's not going to matter. When I cut out the border dies, I left about 1.5 inches, sometimes maybe 2 inches of cardstock at the bottom, just so that I would have something to hold on to and just a little bit of leeway. I wasn't sure how close together I wanted to stack these border dies, and actually in the very beginning here, I stacked them closer together than I did at the end, and I wish I had spaced them out a little bit more all the way throughout my card, but in the end, I really loved how this looked. So I just glued on those border dies, continuing down from the top to the bottom, and every time I would add one on, I would just trim off at the sides. You could leave it until the very end to trim off, but then you're cutting through multiple layers of cardstock, so I did it one at a time. And here is my result. I am so in love with how this turned out. I'm probably going to do it again for other projects. And I just wanted to share very quickly, I did use nonstick scissors to cut off my cardstock overhang, but I still had actual like clumps of glue on my scissors, so I just quickly took an alcohol swab and just took off that glue that was left on my scissors, and then I also just cleaned up my work surface a little bit. That's just a little tip for you. I use alcohol swabs to pick up if I get like a Copic marker smudge on my work surface or glue. That's what I use to clean up. So I'm going to be coloring each of these little characters, and I'm just going to leave in a little bit of my coloring because really, if you've watched my videos before, I am very simple when I color and I'm very slow when I color. So if I left all of it in, even sped up 2 times as fast like I am here, this video would probably still be like 30 minutes long. So I'm just going to leave in some of the little things that I do, like my skin tone Copic color combination here, and I'll have all those marker caps up in the top right hand corner. I'm sorry that this bit here is a little bit blurry. The camera will readjust later on, so I apologize that this is a little blurry. But for my reds, when I like to do a dark, like a more of a maroon or mahogany color, these are the colors that I use, R39 and R56. I do like R39 and R29 when I'm doing a more vibrant Christmassy red, but for his sweater, I thought that I would stick with this deeper red. For the one little villain's hair, he kind of has like a reddish brown hair, and I didn't really have markers that I thought would accurately portray his hair color, so I kind of fudged it a little bit here. These colors, YR27 and E39, probably you wouldn't think to blend together, but I grabbed them and I really love how it turned out. So I'm starting with a base coating of the YR27, and I will just go all around the edges of his hair and then also fill in the middle. And then I'll come in with the E39 and just add a little bit of darker shading, and then I can color back out and blend that into each other. And this is going to give me that rusty brownish red color that I was really looking for. I wrote this color combination down because I love it so much. For a darker green color, like a pine green, almost like a blue spruce color, my go-to color combination is BG75 and BG78. This just gives me a darker green color, and I really liked that for this little guy's coat here. Once I'm done there, I'm just going to finish up using some B66 and B69 markers I tried to make this cap be like a navy color, and again, I kind of had to fudge it a little bit here because I didn't have the color that I really wanted. I would like this to be a deeper blue, so I just kept going over and over and over that to kind of really saturate the paper and deepen that color a little bit. And that's one of the tricks that I really like to use when I don't have a dark enough color, is I just keep building up and adding layers of color. So I'm just going to finish up my card here. I stamped a sentiment onto some white cardstock and trimmed the edges down into banners. And now I'll just pop up my little characters in a line with some foam tape. And this is all to finish off my card. Remember to head over to my blog for some still photos, and I'm also going to be giving away a $10 Kindred credit. So I hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye!